Right, hi guys, YellowSlothman here. Right, I'm going to do my Xbox 360 collection today. I was going to do a Kirby playthrough, but I think I'd better leave that till tomorrow for when it's a little bit lighter, natural light. Because I quite liked how the Space Station Silicon Valley video came out. Just from the way, the brightness and everything. Okay, it needed a little bit of tweaking, but it wasn't exactly bad at all. So I might leave that till tomorrow. And then upload that tomorrow night. What else? Wait, so you can see more, I guess, back up here. Hopefully. She would just try to record this and she went mental at the TV because she sees a reflection of herself. And then she goes mad. And it's actually quite funny because she's doing it right now. I would throw the camera right at her, but then she'd go mental. But, alright, we'll start off with I've got first thing on my Xbox, and this is the only thing I've got for the Xbox because I just used the 360 emulation, and that is Halo. Now I got this because I got Halo 3 for the 360, and I basically wanted to play for the first two first. Bought it, played for the first 2 hours or so, then went back to Halo 3 and finished it. So the idea didn't exactly pan out well. But it was so much I played of it, I quite liked it. I think I have to go back and finish it. It's always been a tempting thing to actually buy a proper Xbox, but I think that's not a lower list of things that I want to get. It's like the higher list is like my Sega Saturn and my PC Engine Duo that I really want to get. That's on my top list. Right, the first game of the 360. Got this at launch. This is Perfect Dark Zero. The tinned edition, limited edition collector's one. I didn't mind it as much as people made out. I think it's because other games have come out, a lot of shooters have come out since. But when it first started up, I had a lot of fun on that. A lot of fun on online, a lot of fun for the missions. Okay, it's nothing as good as Perfect Dark 64, which I have. But it's not a bad game for under any means, and I'm still happy with it. I'm not going to trade it in anything. I still quite like it, though I haven't finished it. Second game. This is Dead Rising. Now, I love Dead Rising. It's just a game that's just totally a lot of fun. If it could be eliminated in the sequel, like little things, you know, like the guy phoning you every 5 minutes. Oh, there's somebody else to save. Don't care. Hitting people with a chainsaw. Yeah. Or running over people with the garden. But it's a fun game for a lot of the time. And I definitely recommend it for anybody that just likes to have a little quick mindless fun. Next one, I think everyone has this if they have a 360. It's Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. Now, it is a very, very good game. I lost a lot of time playing that game. I'm not one of these people that plays a lot online. You'll find. I like to play through the single player campaigns, and I really love the story of this one. So I'm really, really looking forward to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because they've just renamed it that, so people don't get confused. But I love that game. I was playing for a few of the missions on the harder difficulty because I was starting to get achievement horish and trying to get more points. But this is a game that I really, really want to get back into because I left it for ages and I've never gone back, and that is Stranglehold. Now, if you've never heard of this is based off a brilliant film. Actually, let's go and see if I can find it. Right, back. A brilliant film, Hard Boiled. This is the British cover of it, collector's edition, and it's an awesome film. There's a lot of good films you can pick up if you go to Tartan Videos, like the Ring films, Old Boy, Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Audition, even though it's messed up. I have a lot of Battle Royale 2. There's a lot of other ones as well that you should definitely look if you're wanting to look up a lot of Asian cinema. That's a great place to start off with. Has a lot of the bigger titles. Infernal Affairs. I have to remember that one. Right. But that game is really, really, it's fun. It plays very like the film. And you can go off and do all the stunts and everything. The idea to get the higher point scores are to keep everything in a run and in combos. And I'm very bad at it. But the way the special abilities are able to do in that, it's a lot of fun, that game. A very underrated game. I'll do that one. I'll do them both at the same time. Right, that's PGR 3 and PGR 4. I never bought the Forza 2. I was always into the PGR games. I bought PGR 3 at launch and I loved it. I loved playing for the main campaign of that, all main racing and everything. Completed that, and then tried to do it on hard and got absolutely tanned. Went online, it got absolutely whipped. It was like, yeah, but I loved a lot of the cars and that. I loved I liked a lot of the British cars, to be fairly honest. Well, we are in Britain, but I loved like the Lotus. What is in there? Because I'm getting confused between that and my old Amiga game. What was that? That was the Lotus Esprit Challenge. I think it's the Lotus Elise that's in there. The Aston Martin DB9, the Jaguar XJ. There's a lot of like really decent cars I like to use there. Just the way they handle, I find. If I get anything like faster than that, like the Ferrari, I can't remember his flipping name. Enzo. I seem to just crash everywhere. So it's maybe just me. Really good game. Never really got into 4 that much. I bought it quite cheap because I had a lot of game points stored up. But it's not bad, to be fairly honest. I just have to give it a bit more of a shot. I'll have to go back to that. Alright, next one. Another one I bought at launch. I bought these, I think these are the 3 I bought at launch. Was PGR 3, Perfect Dark, and Cameo. I was a big Rare fan when I was N64, so I have a lot of the Rare N64 games, and the ones I don't have, I will be picking up. So it's just like looking at that, and right, this is Cameo, Elements of Power. Now this was originally a GameCube title, which they eventually ported over to the Xbox and didn't release, and then ported it over to the 360 for launch. Now I really like this game. It is quite short, but I kind of like the way you had to switch between 3. You had to hold 3 different powers to switch your character and then climb up abilities and all that. I really liked that. Okay, we're got up to about 8 minutes here. I'm going to have to really speed through these. Okay, next one. Lips. Not much for Americans, but a lot of British people, especially female British people, are really into their karaoke games. So it's good to have these things around. That's all I'm saying. Right. Dragon Ball Z Burst Limit. It plays very much like the original Budokai games on the PS2. I really like them games. And I started playing for the story mode, really like that. The graphics are really good. Cell shading is very well done. So yeah, it's definitely something to pick up. I'd recommend getting the first Naruto, the Ultimate Ninja thing on the 360 done by Ubisoft. That's also a very good game, but I haven't got that yet. Grand Theft Auto 4. This is a game I did not get into actually. I've never been one to actually get into any of the Grand Theft Auto games. I haven't owned any of the Grand Theft Auto games before this one. So maybe it's just going to take me a little bit of time to get into. For what I've saw so far, I like the story and everything, and I like the graphics are amazing, and some of the humour is really funny, though they stuck Ricky Gervais in. And let me put this very clear. I hate Ricky Gervais. The Office was not funny. End it. Flippin' hate Ricky Gervais. Alright. This is SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. It's not bad, but then it made me really realise that things have not changed. And basically the best version of the game is probably SmackDown 2. And I really like SmackDown 2, so I've got that on the PlayStation 1. I found it in the attic. I was going after I did my PlayStation collection, but last time I found it in the attic. Alright, Here's Halo 3 as well, after showing that. Like I say, a really good game. This is a game that really shows my wrestling thing. TNA Impact. Now, I really like the TNA product. It's not as good as it used to be, I have to admit. Since the last few years, they seem to get sidetracked by bringing in a lot of old WWE stars, and it's not as good, but the game was fairly terrible. The controls were a bitch, and there just wasn't enough customization in the movesets of the characters. Really quick, 20 seconds or something. Blue Dragon, haven't really played it that much, but what I did play I really liked. And Dead or Alive 4, brilliant fighter, and I really like that a lot, though I get my ass tanned because I don't know the combos. Alright, this is going to be the end of it. Oh, she's off now. Right, this is Evil Sloth Man.